Right, welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, the Real Experience. Pam just got in the house about a few minutes ago and already chasing me out. She's like, okay, you can go. I'm like, I'm watching something. Do you mind if I finish watching? But anyway, so she was standing there, still in her clothes. All right, she got in about half an hour ago, literally for half an hour. Oh, let me show you guys this. So I'll talk about when, as I was coming into the elevator, she was coming out of the elevator and she was coming in. While she was talking to me, this is what she was kept looking at. This right here. This silver piece of metal right there. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, so when she got in, of course she was wearing all black. And she literally was just standing there. Just standing there. She sat down and she's just standing there, what have you. And I was like, this dude in this car, no license plate in the front. So, she was just standing there, right? And I'm like, why is she just standing there? Just staring at her phone. Then I got a text from Ethan saying that he was on his way. Okay, and he wasn't really interacting with me, which is fine, what have you. So she's standing there. She's wearing all black. She's wearing a black dress, long black dress, with her boots on. Just standing there for a whole half an hour on her phone. Now, as soon as Ethan came home, and she's like, "All right, you can go." So I go into the kitchen. So she goes into the kitchen, because again, like I said, this is what she does. You hear the sirens? All right, this is what she does. When she wears certain colors, she'll go into the kitchen because she knows that's where I gotta go to sit down to put on my my shoes, right, my boots. So she goes in there, and of course I go into the kitchen. She starts bending over in front of me. Or what have you, getting into the fridge. She waits to get into the fridge. As soon as I get to the kitchen now, she walks to the fridge, opens the fridge to bend over in front of me. Right? So I'm just shaking my head like, because again, it's the same pattern, the same shit that she does. The same pattern. Right? So, I'm like, okay, what is she up to? So now I go back into the living room. Not into the living room, but I go back to get my glasses case so I can put them in my bag. And she walks in front of me. She sat down, right? All of a sudden now she's taking off her boots, right? So all of a sudden now she's taking off her boots and she lifts her dress up, right? Lift her dress all the way up now, right, to show me her legs. And I'm just like, okay. All right, I was like, okay, you show me your legs and what? So for more than half an hour, you got in the house. More than half an hour ago, you stand up there on your phone. You didn't come in, you didn't go change. You just, stand around. She was talking to Alyssa about the wake that she was in, that she went to. Right, it was a wake actually. And not a way she say, what do you call it? A memorial, right? And I'm just like, like I said, she's trying to listen to the pamphlets for the memorial, what have you. And now, as soon as as soon as Ethan come home, oh, okay, all right, you can go now. And I'm just like, wow. I'm like, what is she up to? Like I said, what is she up to? But she will engage in this type of behavior because, again, in her mind, she thinks that I want to control her. And I've never tried to control Pam. Never, okay? But what I have done, I try to do is to let her understand, listen, you have young children. You cannot be leaving them in the house by themselves while you go on your little escapade or what have you, your sescapade or whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? That's not good, right? You leave these children alone, and now you're upset because now they have developed a mindset, particularly our daughter, where you leave, she caused havoc in the house. She makes a mess, and I told her this. I said, listen, you've seen the video of Little Albert, right? Is it Little Albert? You know what I'm saying? Like how and then you also see the video with where they did an experiment where they have these kids. If you take psychology, you know what I'm talking about. They make you watch these videos in terms of developing independence within children, but not independence to where if they're 10, 12, they're cooking and doing all this stuff, right? Because this is not the society that really raised children like that, okay? Not anymore. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that I can tell her that you have not nurtured her or give her enough attention, so now when you're gone, she's acting out like dogs. Some people the dog owners will be like, listen, every time we leave the dog at home by itself, the dog tear up the place. All right, and we tend to forget that if we are human beings, but we as black people, we've been trained like dogs. We have a domesticated mindset. And I say that not in a disparaging way, but in a way which I understand psychology, which I never before understood psychology. But I understand psychology now more so than before. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, you have women who, black women make up a huge number of women who are in the medical field, right? In terms of nursing and stuff like that. So they take psychology. They take child psychology. But they never apply those skills that they learn at home. They will apply it on their job, but they don't apply it at home. Okay? And so I got to tell her, I said, you just don't understand because you want to be in this phase where you're older, you feel like you're missing out. But you have children, so your children should be a priority. Now, I got to tell her, I said, I'm not saying you can't go out there and you can't enjoy yourself. You could do that, right? But what I see is that you're doing that at the expense of our children. And to me, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. You're doing that at the expense of our children. Because when you do that, you're out all day and all night. You don't even call to check up on them to see how they're doing. How do you think that makes children feel? You're giving our children abandonment issues. Well, you could have been there and watching them. I said, why would I be here watching them while you go out? So I'm like, this is, it's like I keep saying, I said, the way how y'all mind thinks, like we black men should accept whatever the hell y'all want to do to us, and we're supposed to be okay with it. But if the shoe's on the other foot, your girlfriends will tell you, your mother will tell you, nah, you don't let no man do this and no man do that. But yet, they raise young boys into men, teaching them to accept the toxic shit that black women do. Because they're black women. You know what I'm saying? Who have kids out of wedlock. You know what I'm saying? And, they want their son to be the type of man that their father was never to them and their children. Right? But that's a bad thing and a good thing. Because the bad thing is that your sons are going to accept being mistreated by women. Right? Your son is going to be treated as a person who these women are not going to respect, who they can go out and they can have, that these women can go out and have other children, right, by somebody else and expect another man to come and take care of their children, right? Because black male mothers have taught them to see other people's children as their own, meaning in terms of when they're dating a woman with kids, or if they're dating a woman and she cheats and get pregnant by another man, to still be by her side, knowing that she cheated and got pregnant by another man. Or if they're married, if your wife steps out of the marriage, gets pregnant by another man, right, and then the child is not yours, to still remain in that marriage and act as if that child is yours. You know what I'm saying? That is the warped mindset of the way how, our mothers raise us. Oh, it doesn't matter. I went through the same thing with the women in my family, telling me it doesn't matter. It does matter, and it should matter to you as a mother, because you want to call some other man's child your grandson when you're not related to that child, right? I mean, that's the madness. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm like I said, my brothers, man, we have to understand how mothers and the women in our group is being conditioned, and start to analyze and confront them on it and say no. So like I said, this is why I took a DNA test, because I said, you know what, if I'm going through what this woman is putting me through, I'm going to make sure that he's mine, because if he's not mine, I'm not going through that shit, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, and again, that's how we should be telling our sons. All right? Anyway, I'll talk to you guys in the future.